Rainbow Friend content that we've been watching. So today we're gonna watch The Rejected Rainbow Friend by Game Tunes. All right, here we go, you guys. Let's get this started.
Rainbow friends are exactly what you would expect. Brightly colored. The main rainbow friends are exactly what you would expect. Brightly colored creatures that all get along as pals.
Yes, and you know who else gets along as pals? The Reaction Squad. Hit that subscribe button right now and comment what we should watch next.
Sure, there may have been a few incidents here and there where they may have fought. But even the closest of brothers do that occasionally.
Yes, that happens.
For the most part, blue, orange, green, and purple have been best buds since they were transformed from humans. But what if I told you there was one rainbow friend in particular that they always hated? Someone that was never loved or invited to their various parties.
Is that Red?
I know what you're thinking. It's probably Red, right? While it's true Red is hated by the rainbow friends now, he had plenty of opportunities to be accepted by the group. It's his own fault he chose to destroy and deceive at every possible turn. And even now, if he was to ask for forgiveness, they would probably forgive all the bad things he's done. No, this is the story of a rainbow friend no one knows or cares about. The rejected rainbow friend, Gray. To fully understand his sad tale, we must go back to where it all began. Back before he was the hideous ant-like monster he is today.
An ant-like monster?
Gary Grayson seemed like a very normal child growing up. He was polite to his parents and got good grades in school. He was very healthy for his age and loved to spend time outdoors. On top of that, he always had a fascination with animals. But unlike
So what? I don't get what the big problem with this guy is.
the other kids, who enjoyed learning about all sorts of large zoo creatures or ancient dinosaurs, Gary was only interested in one very specific region of the animal kingdom. Bugs.
What? Bugs?
His obsession started off small, with a simple butterfly fluttering through the air. But quickly he wanted to learn about every insectoid he could. Bees, centipedes, ladybugs.
What the heck?
If it buzzed in the air or crawled on the ground, Gary had to know more about it.
That's crazy.
He would spend multiple hours a day after school looking for new specimen to study. When he found something, he'd collect them in jars, like a prized trophy. Proud of his discoveries, he would try to show off to the other children. They did not share Gary's enthusiasm for bugs, however.
Oh, I can't stand
In fact,
bullies.
They all found them yucky and unpleasant to look at. Some of the meaner boys would take his bugs and squash them under their feet.
What the heck?
They'd call him names like Gross Gary or Bug Boy and would shove him to
Bug Boy.
the ground.
If you like insects so much, you should just stay down in the dirt with them. Yeah, they're your only real friends, Bug Boy.
In a strange way,
bullies,
however,
bro.
without their bullying, he may not have discovered his
an
most
anthill.
favorite insect of all.
There's an
the
anthill.
mighty ant. They were everything Gary wished he was. Both super strong for their size and constantly surrounded by friends and family. You see, while Gary's social life wasn't particularly good, his home life was actually worse. His parents fought all the time, screaming and yelling at each other at the top of their lungs.
You can't keep supporting Gary's weird obsession with bugs. It's creepy and
It's
weird.
not creepy.
And all the kids hate him for it. I mean, he's a freak. We should take him to the Rainbow Friends play place like a normal boy.
He's not interested in that stuff, and I don't want our son to be friends with bullies anyways.
Exactly.
If learning about insects makes him happy, we should let him.
Yes.
Eventually, the two had to split up. The mom and dad just couldn't agree on anything, and he had to move out. And since his dad was in the army, he was gone for long periods of time. With his father out of the picture, Gary was forced to give up his bug collection. It was all he really ever cared about.
I don't like her.
Gary wasn't even allowed to talk about bugs. If he did, his mom would make him do all sorts of difficult chores.
If you want to talk about ants so much, then you must not mind working as hard as an ant.
Gary was miserable. But whenever his dad was back in Bloxburg, Gary got to stay at his house. Gary would look forward to it for months.
Remember, absolutely no mention of insects of any kind. You hear me?
No
Why
bug
is she so
talk.
rotten?
Luckily for Gary, his dad didn't care about what mom thought. He just wanted to make his boy happy.
I got this for you, buddy. You can open it, but we gotta keep it here at my place. It'll
It's
be
an
our
ant
little
farm.
secret.
It was the best present Gary could have asked for. His
ant
very
farm.
own ant farm. Every time he was able to visit his dad, he would examine it for hours.
Oh, that's
Unfortunately,
awesome.
Gary was only able to visit his dad when he wasn't off fighting in the war. And one time, he never returned. He was the only one that was ever truly nice to Gary. The only person supportive that didn't make him feel like a loser. To make matters even worse, it meant that his mom was finally able to find the ant farm, and she was furious.
I can't believe you, Gary!
Whoa.
All these years, you've been
She's so
lying to
mean.
me? When will you get over this stupid bug stuff and just grow up? It's time to teach you a lesson once and for all.
No.
Mom took the ant farm outside
No.
and smashed it to smithereens. She poured gas on the rubble and lit it on fire. It broke
the
Gary.
heck?
He felt like he had no real family left. He was now all alone in this world.
This is actually really sad, bro. Like, this is a very sad story.
Eventually, though, the years passed, and he was finally old enough to move out. He decided
Finally.
against the wishes of his mother to pursue his passion of entomology. His good
Yay!
grades helped him get into one of the most prestigious colleges in all of Roblox. It was everything he could have ever dreamed of. There were bug species neatly organized all over the room, surrounded
that's
by
awesome.
magnifying glasses, microscopes, and other testing equipment. Gary could spend all day and night studying. Even better, he was finally around other people that shared his same love of insects.
Yay for
his first
Gary!
human friends. And that's all he needed to be happy for
Hang
the
in
first
there,
time
buds.
in a
Wolf.
long time. Sure, he didn't have much to his name, just a small dorm room and a new ant farm, just like the one his dad got him all those years ago, but that's all he wanted. Unfortunately, going to a fancy college was far from cheap, and Gary didn't have a job. He never
This is-
really got much
oh my
experience
gosh,
in
I
high
see
school,
where this is going.
so he was desperate for anything that had decent pay. That's when he saw it, an ad for a job at the Rainbow Friends Play Place.
This is where it
Gary
all goes
remembered his
south.
mother talking all about it as a kid. Surely it'd be a good spot to make some cash. So he called the number.
Hello? Is this the Rainbow Friends Play Place?
Why, yes. Yes, it is. Are you inquiring about the position that just became available?
I would not go there.
Yeah. But the ad doesn't say what I'd be doing or how much I'd be making, and...
Well, why don't you give us a visit, and I'll go over all the details.
Don't
Suddenly
go, Gary.
the line went dead, and Gary hung up. He was nervous.
Not good.
He leaned over to his ant farm and picked up some of his friends.
Alright, guys. Wish me luck. I feel like I'm going to need it.
Did you see the one that went up his arm? One of them
I'm
went
sure
up his
you
arm.
can imagine what happens next. Gary drove to the play place and found the place looking trashed and abandoned. He knew it seemed risky to enter, but he was just so desperate for money. He couldn't let his dream die.
Would you guys
So he
go in?
went
Let me know
inside.
down below.
He walked through the various halls,
Blue.
searching for Red's office, or anyone really.
Green. Oh no.
Hello? Is anyone there?
When suddenly, down the hallway, a light from one of the labs turns on.
And the ant
Gary
is on
cautiously
him.
stepped inside to find a strange contraption whirring to life.
What is this
He's gonna get
place?
shoved in there. No!
Why, it's your new home.
Huh?
No!
But what neither Red or Gary realized
No.
was that one of Gary's ants was still on him.
It's gonna turn him into an ant.
What? No. What have you become? Some kind of bug? No child will want to come pay money to see a disgusting creature like you. Get out of my sight.
Gary just wants to
Ray
be loved,
wanted to run
bro.
away, to return to his studies, but he knew that Red was right. If no one liked him when he was younger, they certainly weren't going to accept
they're
him
gonna
now.
bully him
His
again.
only hope to fit in was with the other rainbow friends, blue, orange, green, and purple, but even they were disgusted by him.
That's
They
so
laughed at his lack of
mean.
colors, at his insect-like appearance. They called him names and wouldn't even invite him to their parties.
Sorry, pal, but Gray
No.
isn't a part of any rainbow I'm aware of. Get lost, you bug-eyed freak!
You got googly eyes, bro.
hole in the ground you came from. Yeah.
And so he did. Maybe one day the others will accept Gray for who he is. They'll
This is
see that
messed
they've
up.
now become the bullies that used to pick on all of them. But until then, Gray will hide away in his tiny bunker, hidden away from everyone else as the rejected rainbow friend.
That is actually so sad, bro. This is a very good story by Game Tunes. We haven't watched Game Tunes in a long time. If you guys want me to catch up and watch some of the videos, let me know what to watch down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button.